Welcome back. You are watching Breakfast Television. Wow, it has been a busy morning. We heard British Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigning as Conservative leader. Also, all this political saga happening here in Canada with Patrick Brown fighting his disqualification in the Conservative leadership race. But this is a story that is making headlines, and everyone wants to hear from one of the people behind it. Let's show you some of the video. This is a wild story in the Toronto area where several men risking their lives to help a driver who experienced a medical episode get out of that vehicle before it burst into flames. I can tell you this, the driver suffering very minor injuries. And I can also tell you this, one of those heroes joins us live right now. Ben Sykes, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mel.
Okay, I think that the studio wants to do this for you. That is unreal. Ben, take us back. Take us back. What happened that day? This was earlier on this week. Where were you?
Yeah, so I was actually with my wife, who actually shot that video. Why she decided to roll at the time she did, I can't explain it. But we were just I was heading out to Mississauga. My office is out there, and we pulled up on what we thought was just a car fire. And then I realized something was off when, we saw people moving on the outside of the vehicle pretty quickly. So we showed up, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds after the actual accident. We didn't see it happen. And then, in that moment, it was just sort of, hey, like if somebody's in there and right now, based on my assessment, there's not, I think we can help them. Let's try and help them. And, I kind of raced towards the vehicle. I tried to kick it. I'm in the white sweater there, and if you can see the video.
Yes, we see it.
We just, the three of us or four of us just sort of worked together. And, I think start to finish, it felt like 5 minutes, but it was probably over in 30 seconds.
Ben, as you're doing, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Within 45 seconds, the vehicle is totally torched. I mean, within 30 seconds after we got him out. So just thankful that, obviously Tom's okay, the driver, and that all of us who were there were able to walk away as well. So it was a blessing. It's been emotional to process it, but you just do what you can.
I would say, with you saying so very nonchalant, do what you can. I don't know if everyone would do exactly what you did and all those heroic actions from those individuals who helped as well, because you were first. As you mentioned, other vehicles started arriving and everyone just jumped into action. You saw that vehicle, it was dangerously close to being fully engulfed into flames. At any point in your head, I know you're a dad, at any point in your head were you saying, I could be putting my own life in danger here, or is it just the adrenaline?
I think instinct and adrenaline takes over. And I think looking back at it, the one thing that I've realized, Mel, is just how quickly your brain can focus or make decisions. And that surprised me is, I was constantly calculating sort of the risk factor, right? And I sort of, in my mind, had sort of a point in which I knew I was sort of going to have to go. If I heard an explosion or if I opened that window and there was just, blazing flames, I think I would have been out of there. But the fact that we were able to open the window and I was able to see the driver, and at that point it was like, okay, like we're in the home stretch, we just got to drag this guy out of here. And but yeah, I mean, you don't really think about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Only after the fact. I mean, that night was really the emotional part where it started to sink in and you realize what could have happened.
And you saw the aftermath, and you know what could have happened for all of you, including the driver. Before we get to the driver, because you mentioned his name, so clearly there's been some kind of contact there. I want to ask you, you were, again, in the white hoodie and the pale green shorts. You had a hammer. You were kicking in that door. What eventually did it to free him?
Construction driver threw a hammer, and I sort of backed away. I tried to elbow it, and it doesn't happen like it does in the movies when you try and break glass. I can tell you
like
that.
An action hero,
My elbow can attest to that, but just thankfully he threw that hammer at the right time. That was what did it. We were able to, like, that point, I guess, of the hammer, that I would encourage everybody out there. I know I'm going to buy them for all my friends and family. Like, you get a glass breaker. I wouldn't drive without one now seeing what could happen very quickly. It literally, I think probably from the original crash to where, we wouldn't have been able to get him out. I mean, maybe it was 60 seconds. So that's how fast these things can go. So.
And you were clearly there before any emergency official was able to make it to the scene. You mentioned Tom, the driver. Have you had contact with him since? Again, our updates were that he had very minor injuries, but have you been able to speak to the family or himself?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with Tom briefly last night. He called, and I'll let, I mean, if you want to talk to Tom, we'll let him give you the update on how he's doing. But yeah, we did connect, and listen, we're just lucky that he's here, and we're all here too. So yeah, he should buy a lottery ticket this weekend.
Finally, for you, Ben, I know you have a busy day ahead. People are calling you and all the individuals who helped a hero. There are calls for you to be awarded with some bravery, honors. How do you take that all in?
You know, I think you just do what you hope somebody else would do for you, right? And you know, you don't know if there's a child in the back seat or so.
It's emotional. Ben, you're incredible.
Yeah.
You're incredible. I know it's you know, it's a very awkward to be called a hero, but you indeed are. Ben, thank you so much for taking the time today. You and all the individuals who helped, and shout out to Tom. You guys are amazing. Thank you.